It is the mid-season finale of Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Guys, we have so much to tackle. Don't go anywhere. You are watching AfterBuzz TV.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, the buzz.
What's
Jersey!
up,
Jersey!
These poor people's ears.
I know,
We
right?
love you guys that are listening to us on the podcast. We love you. What is up, guys? I am your host, Justine, and I am here with my amazing co-host and Jersey Shore fanatics, Mama DJ.
What up?
And Benny J. Adams.
What's up, guys?
So, Benny, you can find him on... Are you still on The Challenge?
Yeah.
So he's on The Challenge. He also did a double shot at Love, and he's on Jersey Shore, so we obviously know a lot about you're a very big Jersey Shore fan, and we also have Mama DJ, and what else can we find you on?
Oh my goodness, you could just find me all over the carpets around Hollywood.
Are you on any other shows?
Oh, where am I? Oh no, this is the only show. I only do Jersey. Yeah.
Well, you can find her here on Jersey. That we are all obsessed with Jersey Shore, so let's just get that straight.
Yes.
So are you, and that's why you are here, and that's why we are here. So, overall, I almost said overall predictions. Overall feelings on the episode.
Amazing, feel-good episode. It was nice to catch a break from the drama from last week, and it was just good laughs all around. So
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, this finale was a lot of fun. I mean, we've been through some crazy roller coaster rides this season with all the drama spiraling out of control. But this season finale was fun. It was just heartwarming. It was amazing. I loved it.
I'm glad they didn't leave it off on like them fighting and like to be continued, because it did say to be continued, but it wasn't like a big fight and then us having to wait and then so we have to wait a few months to see something really like juicy. So I like how they left it off kind of like that. I don't know if you guys agree.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
It's like they left it off like making you like really look forward to next season.
I actually literally got chills at the end.
Me too.
It was just, it was so cool. I was like, oh my God, this is why I love this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have a great show for you guys today. Really going to be breaking down the episode. We also have our special segment and news and gossip, which there's always news and gossip when it comes to Jersey Shore because these bitches are crazy. But we love them. So the episode starts off where Lauren calls Jenny and she's basically saying that she thinks Mike's going to get out of jail. So I love calling them roomies. The roomies all get together and they all go to Jenny's house, which is hilarious because it's this big ass house and it's like a big playground for all of them. They all get together and have a slumber party, kind of like old times. How did you feel seeing them in think about where they started, seeing them in Jenny's like massive mansion to where they were at the Jersey Shore house? Like, it's so completely different.
Yeah, I was worried for her mansion because we know how they all get when they're in a house and they really turn the house like inside out. Like, you know, we've seen the fights, the food fights. So I was a little nervous about that, but I'm just like, you know what?
They're more mature now.
They're more mature, right? They're adults, okay? And I'm sure JWoww's not going to have that, so...
That's questionable, though. Anyway, Benny, what do you think?
Pauly D said it best. This is how rich people live, you know? Like, their house...
But he's literally
I
rich.
know, yeah.
I think his house is like 10 times bigger.
I think it's hilarious when these people...
He's humble. He's a humble guy.
It's so funny when they say stuff about like, oh God, this is what rich people do. Do rich people do this? Do they do that? I'm like, aren't you guys rich? So I'm a little confused.
They're loaded. They're definitely loaded with money. But yeah, like I thought it was really cool. I love how they keep on finding ways to just get everyone under the same roof, because it takes you back to the very first season when they were living under the same roof. It's just a much bigger and extravagant roof.
Well, under this big extravagant roof comes in Angelina, and she's the first one there. So it's so funny seeing how the other episodes everyone was fighting, and now she's the first one there bonding with Jenny. And I thought that was cute. I really like seeing them bond together because I actually feel like they have a lot more in common than they want to admit. They both have a very strong personality, which is why I think they clash. But I think that they are very similar. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, they are. I think because their personalities are so huge, yeah, they do clash a lot, so I agree with that. But I liked seeing them get along, because when they're not fighting and when they're not in their emotions, they're actually really good friends or joking around. I'm just like, oh, this is sweet. I love watching them together.
Yeah, I agree that they definitely do have huge personalities. I think Angelina is more on the wilder side than JWoww, like sober or drunk. When JWoww's drunk, then yeah, it's just all out. When she's sober, she's a little bit more conservative. Angelina is more of like, let's party, let's have a good time. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Angelina I think they're all a good time, but I think Angelina is definitely a little bit more the crazy one, and that definitely proved because she is putting shots in her ass because she's on some diet, and I wrote this down. It's like, is it like growth hormone? Like it's something, and I've seen this actually. I've seen a lot of people, I've heard about it, they do it, and even like on Instagram, like everyone's very, very, very hush hush about it, but it's some like hormone thing that they take, and it's supposed to like really like, I don't really know exactly what it's supposed to do, but that is what they were saying. It's like let us know in the comments below if you know what we're talking about. It's like HGC or something.
So it just makes you skinny, pretty much?
I don't know exactly what it is. I didn't really have time to look it up before the show, but if anybody knows in the comments, let me know, because I really love talking to you guys and seeing what you guys have to say. So this is actually something I'm very curious about, but she was taking shots of it because she's saying she's on a diet for the wedding. And I don't understand it. Did you guys have any idea what she was doing?
I have no idea. I mean, whatever happened to just, eating your vegetables and just working out, but okay, and this is new to me.
I just understood that it's something that helps you lose weight. Maybe it's like something completely organic. I have no idea.
I also heard it helps with like skin. Like it's like that's why a lot of celebrities, if you think of like J-Lo, or you think of why does J-Lo and this is just like what I'm assuming why do they look so young? It's like it has to be more than just like they eat healthy or they get like a facial. Like this is what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people say this, and it's just because it's not something like, I don't think you can just get it like over the counter. I think you have to get it through something. So this is what I've heard.
She says it's FDA approved, so
yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do some research about that because I'm very interested in that. But moving on to Dina. Dina had the brilliant idea of going to the White House
on a mission
to free Sitch. Now, I want to know if you guys think this was really their plan, or do you think the producers were like, yes, this is a good idea?
I hope it was the producers' plan, and I hope that they were like, yeah, this would be a good idea. This is some good TV right here. Because if you think about it, if you say it out loud, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Nope.
We're gonna go to the White House in March, so the president can get this situation out of jail. That's how it sounds. Yeah.
It's just like,
it's not like there's other important things to be taken care of. Let's get the situation out of jail. You think he's gonna help you with that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because they mentioned Kim Kardashian. She went through a lot of hoops and turns to do what she had to do. She didn't just walk to the White House.
Oh, as Angelina said, she wants to do what Kim K did for Martha Stewart.
Right.
Martha Stewart. What?
Wait, what? No, yeah.
No,
she didn't.
Kim Kardashian. No, she helped get
right.
A woman out of jail for I think it was marijuana or something.
I missed that one.
She said Martha Stewart.
When you said that, I was like, wait a second. She didn't help Martha Stewart.
Exactly. She goes, yeah, I just wanted the way how Angelina talks. She's like, yeah, I just she Kim K. She did it for Martha Stewart, so
That's great.
Honestly,
that's
everything
hilarious.
that comes out of their mouth. That's why this whole episode was just hilarious.
Yeah.
That part of the episode was hilarious because just everything that they were saying, and even you just repeating it out loud, I'm just like, wow, this is ridiculous.
Don't be a bitch. Free Sitch.
I love that. That great.
Is a good saying though.
Yeah.
A good chant.
They fly to Washington D.C. in style on a private jet, and they just kept saying like, this is how rich people live. We've never been on a private jet, and like I just keep thinking, even if you haven't been on a private jet doesn't mean you're not rich. Like the whole time these I mean it makes them more relatable, I guess. I don't know if they're just saying it or that if they really are like, wow, I've never been on a private jet before, so here we go.
That's why we love them so much. They are so relatable.
Yeah.
I mean, I would literally be doing what they were doing, just get a whole like bottles of wine, oh my goodness, on my private jet. Okay, turn up. Like
they're humble people. Like they remember where they came from, and they remember where they started. So
I don't know about some of them. That's questionable for me.
oh yeah, who's the person? Dare I ask?
It's not that I like. It's anything specific. It's not like specifically I know this for a fact. It's just I don't know. I haven't been getting the greatest vibes from Snooki and JWoww lately.
Oh well, yeah.
So I'm just getting like, maybe it's just I'm tainted because of the other episodes, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just not. I don't want to judge based on my emotions.
I feel that though. I see that.
Yeah. But I mean, I think majority of them are like, especially I hear Paulie is like really nice and very humble, but he wasn't on the plane. He was back at JWoww's having a field day with the other guys, playing with all the kid toys. In the backyard, they were like falling over on those little
horses.
The horses, and then they had the little cars, and they were in the woods. Like they were having a great time while these girls were getting wasted on a plane.
Trying to free the situation.
Question: where would you have rather been?
Oh my gosh, I was literally just thinking that. Oh, that's such a great question.
Would you rather be with the boys or the gals?
I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh my gosh,
that's hard. I already know my answer. You guys go.
You know what? I would rather be with the guys, just hanging out, having fun. Yeah. I would rather be there. But then you get to go to Washington D.C. You get to be on a plane and drink. I don't know.
DJ.
That's hard.
Ooh, that is so hard. You know what?
I
think I'm just gonna go with the girls. Girls trip. It looked like an amazing girls trip, so I'm always down for a good girls trip.
It did look fun.
Mm-hmm.
It did look fun.
I would pick the girls trip, one, because I don't really drink that much, but it would still be fun. One, I want to go on a private jet.
Yes.
There's food everywhere. I want to have food.
Of course.
It's just like fun to travel and go somewhere different, even if it's for like a few hours.
True.
And if I was back at the house, I would be trying to hook up with either Vinny or Paulie, so that would be really bad. So we can't put me in the same room as them. And then if I really end up in the same room with them one day, I'll be like, so nervous. So
I know, right? I'd be like sitting there like, but
I can't.
You guys are hot.
Right? They'd be scared of me, so like I couldn't really do that.
I second that.
But they were chanting at the wrong house. I want to know what you guys thought, because
oh my gosh,
throughout this entire experience, the girls get wasted, which clearly like wasn't a good idea if you want to be freeing the situation. I know that probably they knew it wasn't going to work. It was just for the show, but they still got so drunk that they were chanting free Sitch, and they were like, here's the White House. And they were chanting, and they're like, JWoww's, this is the Treasury. Dina's like falling, like actually tripping.
That's scary.
What did you think when you saw all these... I had a word for it that they used to say, and I don't know what it is.
Shenanigans?
Something like that.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Well, I mean, the fact that they were at the wrong house, that
multiple.
Was just, that was just ridiculous. I thought it was just funny when they had the like little captions pointing out that this is not the White House. But when Dina fell out of nowhere, that shocked me. I was like, whoa, she just fell flat on her face.
We saw the old Dina this episode.
We did.
And I loved every second.
That brought back a lot of memories, for sure.
Gosh, I was just shaking my head every time they went to the wrong house. Like, I don't know. Like, I
knew it too, and I'm not like the smartest person in the world. So when I saw that, I was like, I don't think that's the White House.
I hope that they were just joking and it was just for TV, because I've never even been to the White House before. I've never been to the White House. I've never been close to the White House. But
it's not as close as it looks.
Right. Yeah. But I know what the White House looks like.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I hope that this is just like they're just joking.
And they were really close to it. Like when you see how far away, like it's pretty far, which makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. They were all over the place. But I really liked that they were in the spirits. I like that Dina. This is my favorite. I miss seeing her like this. I really do. But what did you think? Well, okay, question. When they were asking what are the three branches, right? And then Angelina's like, what do you mean? It was the FBI, Pentagon, then like the CIA. I don't know what she's saying. Did you know it? Because I thought I did, and I was 100% wrong.
So
I had no idea.
I knew. I mean, this was bringing back to like, oh my goodness, social studies back in like middle school. I think we learned about this, but I knew there were three branches. The only branch I knew out of the three was judicial. The other two I kind of forgot.
I thought it was the House, the Senate, and something else. I had no clue.
Yeah, and
I was completely wrong.
When Vinny started mentioning, I was like, oh, okay, I got judicial right.
I absolutely did not know it.
You didn't either?
No, I didn't.
Guys, I wasn't good in school, so don't make fun of us out there because I was not very smart.
But Vinny, wasn't his before all this, he was trying to be a lawyer?
Yeah,
or am I wrong
he
about
studied
that?
I think
Really?
he majored in political
Yeah,
science.
he majored in political science.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's such a. How do you go from political science to like getting wasted and like making a career out of it and being Chippendale stripper? I'm sorry, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, God, I love him.
But yeah, going back to Dina and how she was really drunk, and it was like funny to see her because I liked how in the episode they'd flash back to different parts where Dina, it would show her falling and it would show her like being the way she was. So seeing her fall, seeing her face, like it was the old Dina, which is like she probably didn't like seeing, but we loved it.
Yeah.
So getting back, they're all like talking crap about the boys on the way home, and then Vinny had to hear a lot, not just from the girls, but especially Dina. Did you agree with the way they went at him, and do you think that they were right? Like, did you agree with what they were saying?
No,
You didn't?
No, hands down. They were wrong for that. Like, they all attacked him, and poor guy is just sitting there. Like, that's annoying. Just because he doesn't.
I know.
Go,
I'm like.
Just because he doesn't go out with you and get drunk and party with you every single day, you want to go out, doesn't mean he's boring. He's allowed to have his own life.
Yeah.
I feel the way they went about it was definitely wrong. They should have done it when they were sober, but whatever. I see where they're coming from though, because I've always felt that Vinny, every time when the girls are all riled up and ready to do something or whatever, it was always Vinny that was the Debbie Downer. I get Debbie Downer from vibes from Vinny all the time. So I get it when you're in that group where you're all hyped up and then there's that one person that's always just kind of bringing down the mood. It's annoying. So
Yeah.
I see where they were coming from, but the way they just attacked him out of nowhere, that was awkward.
Well, Dina was like, "You're like a lump on a log." That's literally what she said to him. And I think that what they were saying, I understood where they're coming from. What they said was obviously they came at him in a really wrong way, but I understand their frustration because Vinny always seems so boring, and then they see him on a Snapchat and oh, he's drinking, he's having fun, and it's are we not fun enough for you? I know me, and I'm a very sensitive person. I would definitely get offended by it. Even
Really?
oh yeah, I'd be so offended. I'd be like, why don't you want to hang out with me? Why are you just hanging out with them? That's how I would feel.
Yeah, I feel we see a more of a happier side when he's just alone with the guys, and then when the girls come over, he's just really quiet.
I know. I always think that, but clearly they were all drunk.
Yeah,
they wake up the next morning, the confessionals, they're all what I think is funny is how each Guido and Guidette handle their hangover differently. So Dean like, I'm gonna stay in, and Jay was like, no, I'm not going out. Snooki and Angelina are the only way to get rid of a hangover is to keep drinking. So
yeah.
they go out. Those two are trouble.
Mm-hmm.
They are trouble. And then the guys go and work out. How do you go from being they weren't hungover.
Right.
I forgot that they didn't drink.
Yeah, there was just so much wine and champagne being thrown around. You would think the guys were drinking too, but no, they were sober.
The girls were drunk enough for them, so they were like, we'll let you enjoy it, and we'll experience through it with you from you girls.
I mean, it was really, really cute how Snooki, especially after everything that we saw the past few episodes, it was cute how she offered to help plan Angelina's wedding. I think that it was a nice gesture because of everything. What did you think?
I thought that was a beautiful moment. I mean, I just love how they go from 0 to 100 and back to 0 real quick. But that's just the typical dysfunctional family. It's all good. They're at the end of the day, they got a lot of love for each other, and we see that. I felt like they had a really great moment, and even Angelina was just like, I really like that. I feel like now I'm part of the family, which was she was trying to be for so long. So I'm like, yes, girl, you won.
Yeah, it was cool that Snooki just went out of her way to help her out. It's going to be very interesting though to see if that's still the case with all the drama that happened a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So I don't know now.
Well, the girl Dina and Vinny have a talk, and all the girls are and the guys, they're all looking through the windows and not giving him privacy. Did that annoy you seeing that, or did you think it was like an all in good fun? Or did you want them to have that talk? Because they obviously made up, but what did you think when you saw that?
I just thought they're always funny. Whatever, anytime when Pauly D is involved in something just like ridiculous, I know it's going to be it's going to make me laugh. But, eventually they got up, they got their space, and I'm glad that Vinny and Dina had that talk. It was very, very mature of them.
Yeah,
Especially Dina.
It was, I to go off that, it was very, very good of Dina to just be the big person and say, like, oh, hey, I messed up. I shouldn't have said this. I should have said it this way and that way. And if you remember, that's how she was telling Angelina how to handle the situation with JWoww. So we see it from firsthand experience that it works and that Angelina should have listened to her.
Yeah.
Isn't that always how it is? Well, Dina and Vinny, they talk, they make up, and then let's just add some more drama to it. Thank God it didn't last that long. Who's the prank war champion? This wasn't even like a good prank. This was just
oh my God, are you serious?
I thought this was a great prank.
I loved it.
Really? I didn't like it. No, the only reason I didn't mind it was because the girls didn't get upset. If they started getting really, really upset, I'd feel really bad. But Pauly pranking them, saying that like them going to DC prolonged, or I wrote it down here. It said that he's violated his probation. He couldn't go. They literally all looked in a state of shock. I would have been nervous. I'd be like, I hope these girls don't cry.
Oh my gosh. So I did expect it to go a little bit longer.
Same.
But of course, JWoww was the one that figured out, oh wait, no, this is a prank. But
of course.
But, I thought it was hilarious. Just seeing their reactions, and even Dina, she was ready to pack. She was ready to leave. If it extended to where they were actually like physically packing up their bags, then oh my gosh, that would have been like perfect.
Yeah. I thought Dina was going to just bawl out cry from it. I thought it was an amazing prank, and like you said, I wanted it to go a little bit longer, but yeah, I thought it was harmless.
It was good.
Well, I mean, it made it all better because then they heard from Mike, and Mike still doesn't know when he's getting out, but just getting to hear him with the roomies, it was. How did you feel when you saw them all on the phone?
First off, I can't believe Vinny missed his call.
Yeah.
That was just like, really, Vinny? But whatever.
I don't answer no ID calls.
Okay,
either.
but the thing is,
but not if you're expecting a call from
Exactly. You're expecting a call from someone in is it prison or jail? One of those.
Prison?
Is it the same thing? I feel like one of the cast members are like, is that the same thing?
And so that a call is going to come through from a number or something that you're not going to recognize. So if you see something that says no caller ID and it's calling you 3 times, it's probably Mike.
Yeah, duh. It was 4 times, I think. He deleted it 4 times.
4 times.
I think it was like 3 or 4 times.
It's crazy.
But before we move on to our special segment and finally news and gossip, Mama DJ, I love calling you that. Do you want to let us AfterBuzzers know, and that didn't make sense. Do you want to tell our AfterBuzzers something very special about AfterBuzz?
Of course, AfterBuzzers. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. Jersey Shore fans, we love you guys, and we love the show, and can't wait for next season. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. If you're on iTunes, give us a 5 stars, and just join the conversation. It's so much fun.
I like going in the comments and talking to you guys because it's always fun to interact. I love hearing what people from I like hearing your opinions because we're very passionate about it. So I want to go back and be like, yes, I got you, or no, I don't agree. So definitely comment below because we love chatting with you guys. But let's get into our special segment. Ben, you want to take it off?
Yes, our special segment, the Spiral Squad. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this one. But
mine's different.
Who do you two think spiraled the most this episode?
Mine is... I've never said this. I don't think even on this show. It's about Dina. She spiraled the most.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I never say Dina. I love me some Dina.
Yeah, you know what? I totally agree. I totally forgot about Dina spiraling. If I were to choose somebody who took second place of spiraling, I would have to say Pauly.
Pauly for the joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the joke. And then even when Dina was going at Vinny, he was just rolling on the floor. I thought that scene was hilarious.
Yeah, I have to go with Dina. She was the person that came up with the idea of actually doing the whole free mic movement. She tripped. She went off at Vinny for no reason, and yeah.
She takes that trophy for sure.
Well, what was I just gonna say? I was like, yeah. So, do you guys know what time it is?
Ooh, what time is it?
Guys, come on, you have to know what time it is.
Ooh.
It's news and gossip time.
Oh my god. I was like, wait, what's going on?
I was like, free Sitch?
Almost.
Yes, so we have some special news and gossip about Mike the Situation. So the official Jersey Shore Instagram page posted this photo that you guys are seeing of Hugh Jackman and Snooki. And the reason why this is about Mike the Situation is because a viewer commented on the picture saying something like, do you think that Mike is taking steroids to get so buff? So Mike made a comment. He commented on that picture saying pretty much, I'm flattered that you think I am, so huge and buff and that I can compete with Hugh Jackman. But what you see is just me working out, me eating healthy, jail.
Tells him off, basically.
Exactly. And he ends it by saying you should try it sometime, stay in your lane, and run your own race.
Oh, okay, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Mike. I love them.
Yes.
And then if you check it out too, they if you watch their stories, like I watched all their stories the other day, and I don't know where they were flying from, but Snooki was drunk, and she seems like she's drinking a lot lately.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, Mike the Situation's here. He's on the plane from Jersey Shore, Mike Sorrentino. And everyone's like, you are so embarrassing. And everyone was like freaking out. So watch their stories. They're very entertaining. It's like the show. And then like added, it's like extra parts of the show.
Yeah.
You can see their lives all the time. Yeah, is that all the news and gossip we got today?
That's all the news and gossip.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We truly love to hear from you. Give us a comment. Let's chat with you guys. It is the last episode until, I think it said 2020, so I
can't wait.
Yeah, I am
neither.
so pumped for that. Until then, let us know where we can find you guys.
Guys, thank you guys so much for an awesome season. You can find me on Instagram at DJ_Beaulieu, and we'll see you next year.
It's been fun, you guys. I cannot express how much fun I had on this show. You can find me on all social media at Benny J. Adams.
And we're going to miss you guys. Don't worry, we will be back. So when the season starts, can't wait for that. Follow me on Instagram at Justine Devana because I'm actually doing Dina's makeup for the awards this Sunday. So definitely check that out so you can see the makeup I do on her. And I've actually done her makeup like 3 times. She's the sweetest person ever.
Nice.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. And until next season, we're going to miss you guys.
We're going to miss you.
See you next
Later.
year.
Bye.
2020.
Woo!
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.